Welcome, everybody, to the Wednesday live stream. I am your host, LaserPants, also known as Ryan. Happy hump day to you. Hope you're all doing well. Just got back from Texas a couple days ago. Still coming down from the high that was DFW GI Joe Fest. I want to talk a little bit about it, but I don't want to do it alone. So I brought a couple friends with me. Of course, you know this guy all the way from Albuquerque. It's Chad.
It's me. Hi.
What's going on, Chad? Toy shill tears. Sucking them things down, huh? Yeah. How you been?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
After like a 14, 15-hour drive, 10-hour, 8-hour, I can't keep track. Something like that, 8-hour?
My drive? 9.
Okay.
Yeah. How was your flight home?
It was fine. I slept for most of it.
I know your flight out was like lap of luxury. You were raving about that the whole time.
Oh, dude. Exit row, baby. Exit row. An extra 6 inches. I'm all about an extra 6 inches.
Who wouldn't,
Chad? Yeah. Hey. Yeah. So at DFW, I got to meet someone new. That was really funny and really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So since we're talking about DFW GI Joe Show, I figured, what the hell? Why not bring him on? I don't have a theme song for him. So everybody welcome JMK Customs, a.k.a. Mikey. What's up, Mikey?
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
See, when that song plays, that's a good time to blow out a nice big vape.
I would have, but I was really excited, and I was trying not to hit it immediately, you know?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
People are always talking about my hair on this show, but you, sir, have an amazing head of hair.
Thank you.
Is that something you get a lot?
Battle of the hair.
It's not something I get along. Only in the chats do people mention anything about. Actually, that's not true. People say it at work too.
Okay.
Yeah, you have really good hair.
And everywhere else. Yeah.
Thanks. People don't like stop me in the streets or anything. I don't know if you get that. They're like, that is terrific hair you have.
Literally, no one ever said anything about my hair until this show.
So you started hanging out with a bunch of bald dudes, and I don't mean Tony and Bobby. I mean like a bunch of us.
Yeah, a lot of you are bald
because we're all jealous.
There's a gaggle of them.
All jealous.
But not you, Chad. You're not bald.
Not anymore.
Not you.
No, we're not showing it.
No unveiling.
All right.
Just the tip. Just the peak.
There you go. Good enough. I can tell you don't want to. That's fine.
It's right there.
Okay. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Whoa.
There's the peak.
Whoa. All right. Of course, it's Wednesday. We're going to get into a little segment later that shall remain unnamed for now.
Oh.
But yeah, little segment. Little Wednesday live segment that may be reoccurring sometimes. But first, let's go over to the chat because we got a member chat from the Death Skull. Thank you, Death Skull, being a member for 10 months. He says, 2-hour chat, dude, bro, replay squad.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Death Skull. Hey, look at this. J Creations, New York. Thank you for that super chat, sir. We got to meet him at DFW. Nice guy. He said, what's up, bros? It was great to meet all of you. Happy I was able to get the bloody variant. People are going to lose their shit this Saturday. Yeah.
That's a lot to unpack right there in one super chat. So, really cool seeing the awesome people that got the bloody variant, like J Creations, Jeff W. Like, if anybody's going to get a bloody variant, fucking Jeff W. Like, Jeff, right out of the gate.
You're here.
Jeff W. We are going to talk about that. I'm glad Jay got one. I think we counted a total of 6. 5 or 6.
I haven't opened my case.
What?
No.
There's a good chance
it's all bloody variants. Every single
Everything's
one.
Still in a pile over here.
I know. I got a pile right here. We're going to go through it tonight.
Yeah.
And then he says people are going to lose their shit this Saturday. Now that is, of course, in reference to the Valorverse panel, which if you were at the show, you were lucky enough to see the standing room only panel. Room was packed out. Every chair was filled.
I got to share something about that panel. So, on my show that just ended, when Scuba Pete and I were talking about, Bob Breakin's panel and how Ed kind of shit the bed and let that fall apart with the swap coming into Bob Breakin's thing and screwing it up.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about, I missed the Valaverse panel. I did kind of open up as to why. But you guys know I missed all of Sunday. And I also stated publicly that it speaks a lot to someone's character that when I came back to the hotel and you guys were all there in the lobby, how Bobby just quietly got up, went upstairs, came down with his laptop just so I could see the panel, that he knew that I had to miss for, family reasons. And that, you know what I mean? That says so much about a person's character. Like, no, I'm going to show you the panel. You and Mandy get to sit here and watch the panel by yourselves.
Yeah. I sat there and watched it and I was like, oh, wow, that's cool.
So yes, now I'm part of the cool kids club and I can agree. People are going to lose their minds.
Yeah. It's some really cool. And if I could tell you guys who Bobby talked to on Sunday, everyone would just faint. They might die from knowing this. It's nuts.
Just die.
I can't say anything, but it's really cool. But
So
hopefully,
Bonaventura is what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully that info's coming soon. I don't know. But
yeah,
J Creations, thank you so much. It was great meeting you and the missus.
Yep,
and getting to know you better. I wish I could have talked to everyone longer, but obviously, as many people saw, we were working. I couldn't really break away from the booth that often. And we had a steady line for most of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. We got Analog Toys here. What's up, Tony?
Tony.
We got, here it is. Tony's theme. Thank you, Tony, for being a member for 5 months. He said, what did Ryan do for $5 at DFW? A better question would be,
what did Ryan not do?
What did I not do
Yeah.
for $5? What did I do for $5?
Too much to keep track of, apparently.
Yeah. A little huck too. Is the meme getting old yet? I don't know if the meme's getting old yet.
It's still funny.
When did the meme pop off? Was it while we were in Texas or before?
I think it was like just as we were all getting ready to head there, because I was just starting to see it on Wednesday in our little group chat with Jeremy and Quentin and everybody.
Gotcha. Yeah, me and you were like, I don't get it. What is?
Yeah, you and I were both like, what? Because remember when we were showing it to the mail, and she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, Ryan and I didn't get it either, but Jeremy was all about it. So
yeah. Let's see here. Jeff. Oh, here it is. Jeff Morris. Thanks for being a member for 1 month. He says, what didn't Ryan do for $5 at DFW?
Mo knows.
I didn't do a hawk too. How about that? Thanks, Jeff. And then also from the Council of the Jeffs, we have Just Jeff here. Member for 10 months. Thank you, Jeff. He says $5 is $5. Times are tough. Very true.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah. And after all the weapons packs I had to buy, I could use those $5. I was totally happy to do it. I don't know if you guys remember, but before we went, I said, if you come up to the table, the Valaverse booth at DFW, and you are wearing a 3 POA t-shirt, I will buy you a weapons pack.
Yep.
I thought maybe 2 people would come up in a 3 POA t-shirt. No, it was 8. It was 8, which was awesome, by the way. It was cool to see that many people who watched the show. And I got to know some of them for the first time, get to meet them in person for the first time. And that was awesome.
Did you find that even though people see you here, that a lot of people who see you in like a physical space are a little leery to realize that it's you at first?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're like behind the Valaverse booth.
Right.
So it's probably a little bit more. And Mikey, I don't know if you were getting this too, but so many people, they get like in my physical space, and it takes them like a minute, to get there. And I'm wearing this gnarly fucking hat, when it takes them like a minute to get there, like, Chad,
Yep.
Yeah. That's me.
I actually did that with other YouTubers that were there.
I did it with Quentin.
Yeah. Well, not with Quentin. I recognized him, but Collect the Disconnect, I met him. Did that with him. Ed209, same thing. But it was awesome. But thank you, Just Jeff. Let's see here. We got Zakanen, another person we met at DFW. Zakanen, thanks for being a member for 1 month. He says, I like the cut of your jib, LP. I like your style, Zakanen. That dude was rocking
rad dude. And it was awesome. He had his name on a little, my name is.
Yeah. And that's smart. Because a lot of people would come up and say hi. And I'd say, hi, what's your name? I'd have to ask their name because they would, I see screen names. I don't see faces all the time.
Right.
But yeah, Zakanen had the name tag. That was cool. He had some sweet suspenders that he was rocking. He had, dude was dressed to the nines, put it that way.
Got a badass car too.
Does he? I didn't see his car.
Yeah, he's got a.
What is it, a Transformer or something?
392 Hemi Scat Pack Challenger.
Woo! Nice. Thank you, Zakanen. We got Alan Cantu here. Thanks for the super chat. Everything is bigger in Texas. Sup, Laser and Company. What's up, Alan? Yes, everything is bigger in Texas. Including me after that steak that I ate on Saturday night.
Man, awesome. That dinner.
Yeah, that was excellent. We'll talk about that. Scuba Pete's here. What's up, Scuba? Thanks for the super chat. He says, Scuba. Love you guys. Now, after this is over, you guys can head back, if you missed it, to It's Chad's channel, who is over there, and check out him and Scuba talk about DFW. Skip past the first part where they talk about Joe Fest because no one cares about that.
Yeah, but there was a lot of people giving their honest opinions about the Reaction Plus Super 7 O-Ring Joes. And then somebody else said they had a freaking hilarious story about Brian Flynn from Joe Fest. And I was like, send me that shit. So.
Well, he had someone there that was of average human height that could reach the top shelf for him. Oh, Did you see they left all their shelves on the floor at Joe Fest?
You showed me that Sunday night.
Yeah, weird.
That's crazy.
Thank you, Alan Cantu. Scuba, we got that. We got Scuba. Thank you, Scuba. Casey Smith, thanks for the super chat. Hi, Ryan. It was great meeting you, Bobby, and Ninja at DFW. The panel was so sick. Glad you all made it home safe. Thank you, Casey. Yes, it was nice meeting you too. And that panel was sick. Guys, only a couple more days, and it'll be up on the Valorverse YouTube channel. Saturday at 6 a.m. my time.
Yeah.
It'll be up there.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. Patrick, thanks for becoming a channel member. Stay tuned for the after show, which will not be tonight. It will not be. I will not have an after show tonight. In fact, there's no show this Saturday. So I'll be back a week from today, though, for sure, with an after show as well.
I might jump on your Saturday time slot then, buddy.
Go ahead. But only this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not dumb. Only this week. Yeah.
Thank you, Natural Nate Marvel, for the super chat. Prom night. Prom is just the tip. Yes. Prom night promise, I think. Right. Probably.
It's never just the tip, right?
Never.
That's just something we all say. Come on.
Come on, baby. Just the tip.
Just a tip. Just rub it on there. No.
Northern Nomad. Northern Nomad. Thanks for the super chat. He says, despite I got it. Where is it? There it is.
Emotional damage.
Mm-hmm. I got to put that back on the button board for Nomad. I feel like it's been retired. It's been retired for long enough. Right? Put it back on the button pad. Ted, thanks for being a member for 10 months. Even though I had to cut the show short, only go Friday. It was great meeting everyone. Hope to see you all there next year. Thanks, Ted.
Sweet.
Friday was a busy 2 hours. That Friday night.
Yeah.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the meet and greet right after it, it was just boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Dude, line out the door. Yeah. The mixer, right?
Yep.
That room was crowded. By the time I got there, all the drinks were gone. But that's fine.
Amateurs.
I know, right? Thank you, Ted. BSC Geek. Thanks for the super chat. What's up, 3POA? Can we get a panel teaser? No. Well, maybe. Maybe we can. No, we can't.
I just turned
Action.
into a swarm.
Yeah, I know. We can't. I can't do that.
Tease.
I'll get in trouble. Action Figure Addict 112. Thanks for being a member for 7 months. I was the tall guy with the pink backpack on Sunday. Which one? Because there was a lot of them. Yeah, I don't know.
Sadly, I wasn't there at all on Sunday.
Right. We got Dino Spumoni. He had to correct me one time. I said Dino. Dino Spumoni. Thanks for the super chat. Haktua Matata.
Yep.
There it is. Thank you, Dino. 209 Ed. Thank you for the very nice super chat. It was awesome to see all the free bone collectors flow. Yeah, so I'll tell you what, we're going to put these super chats on hold and we'll just talk right about that. So Friday night, we're all set up. They open the doors. People come in. I think one of the first in line was our friend Jeff W. Now, for those that don't know, Jeff W. is the guy that donated a HISS tank to this channel to give away for our 6,000 subscriber giveaway.
Yep.
Also, he gave a vamp and the HISS fire team and the HMS. So Jeff comes up in line and I'm handling the cash register. And he says, I would like 10 bone collectors. And I almost laughed because it was limit 1 per person, right? Friday. And he said, I want to buy 10 for the next 10 people in line. And I'm like, what? He's like, I want to buy 10 bone collectors for the next 10 people in line. Bobby over here, as he comes over, he's like, whoa, and he stopped everything and he yelled it out. The next 10 people in line all got a bone collector thanks to Jeff. Super awesome, right? Super huge purchase.
Yeah.
Very generous, but it gets better because that kept trickling on. So the 11th person in line or the second person in line bought something for the 11th person in line and on and on and on. And this kept going and going. And it was really, really cool to see. It was just a really good moment for, the collecting community because we often get a bad rap, right? And just to see that in person and to see it kind of cascade that way was really cool.
Yeah, that
Super cool dude.
Yeah, the paying it forward was in full effect, and Jeff W is a fantastic guy.
Very good guy. And it doesn't end there.
No.
So Jeff came back Saturday when it was 3 per person, and he wants to buy 3. Of course, you can buy 3. So he buys 3. And fingers were crossed for him. I'm like, man, I hope he gets a bloody bone collector. He comes back 5 minutes later. Check this out. He slid it out of the shipper box. The man got a bloody bone collector, which was awesome. So congrats to him. I think he got one of the 6 that were found that weekend. And that's 6 out of 100. Still 94 to go, right? Because that's math.
Because that's math. That's how it works.
That's how math works.
Yep.
Adding and subtracting. Okay.
It's crazy because we were talking about your chances of getting one based on there's this many, there's so many over there, blah, 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 blah. Remember, like you and I were standing around, we were talking the math. But so many people were like, I got one. I got one. I got one. Like, wow. That was cool.
It was really cool to see.
If I don't have one in this case, I'm going to burn some shit down. Something's getting burned down.
Jeff might have 2 because he bought another case on Sunday.
There you go.
When Sunday opened up, for everyone, Jeff bought a case. And I don't know if he's opened it yet, but hopefully he does get a second one just because of his generosity to everyone that was there. All right. Cool. So let's see here. I still want to, let's hold off on the rest of these for now. And we can talk a little bit about our overall experiences there at Joe Fest. Now, listen, I wanted to take a lot of pictures this time, but my phone was in my pocket like the whole time, and I didn't get hardly any pictures taken. I got some videos that will be going up on the channel a little later, but I hardly got any photos. So shout out to everyone that wanted to take a selfie with me. If you do have a picture with me, please send it to me because I don't have anything from the show. I have no pictures. And I would like to have some because it was an awesome weekend. But Mikey, how'd the weekend go for you guys? Now for those that don't know, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and your dad?
Yeah, so I'm Mikey. I'm JMK Custom Works. I do custom action figures, repaints, and stuff like that. My dad is one of the two guys that run Call Sign Longbow. So they were at both shows. Dad went to this show, so I set up at this show at DFW. So we were both set up table side by side, which was pretty cool because how many people get to share this kind of life with their dad? So it's kind of a cool, unique experience that we have. But yeah, I do their paint masters for Longbow, so I'm loosely affiliated. But yeah, we had a really good show. DFW, we learned that it's not real big on 1/18 scale stuff. But we still had a lot of good traction, and we did get to talk to several people about where we are in production. Of course, if you're a member of the Kickstarter and you're getting updates, you see the updates on that. We were super close to having Ghost in hand this show, but the factory messed up the shields and they didn't do the cutout. So they said no go, send them back, do them right.
Yeah.
So that was kind of heartbreaking last minute news that Longbow had. But still, really great experience. Lots of good feedback, and I think I mean, personally, I brought 18 classified customs. I went home with 3. I brought roughly 20 1/18 scale figures. I think I sold maybe 3, but amazing experience. This was my first time setting up at a show with my own brand and everything. And it could not have been a more positive experience, both in the sales and the actually meeting people that we get to interact with in the chat. And yeah, meeting people was definitely the highlight of the show. But I was personally successful enough to not bat an eye the next time I can set up as a vendor. That was a really cool experience.
Yeah, it was a very 1/6 scale heavy show, and of course 1/12. But all the guests there, right? All the Hasbro legends, Daryl the Priest and Kirk Bazigian, and
Right.
it was a lot of a Real American Hero guys. So
Yep.
it was a good mix at the con in that way. And I think, man, it was cool just seeing them all lined up. Like there it is. Like there's the history of GI Joe right there.
Yeah, and I could listen to those guys talk forever.
Oh yeah,
Any of them, all of them. They're just so knowledgeable.
for sure.
That custom class was insane. Just hearing them talk about tricks they used to use and the development of vehicles and the stuff that Larry or any of them used in the process. That was a pretty amazing experience as well.
I did exactly what I told you I was going to do, Mikey, where I came in and I was just looking over everybody's shoulders.
I missed all that stuff. The only panel I made it to was Valorverse, the customs class. I think that was on Friday, or was that on Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah,
it's when we were at dinner.
Saturday,
right? We were.
That was
dinner.
it was the swap and then the
customs class.
Yeah.
Geez, I got these chats piling up here. Robert Diaz, thanks for the super chat. He says, speaking of gear packs, I'm working on Mike Honcho gear packs for my Action Force figures. Includes art canvas, boards, suitcase, and art supplies.
Fantastic.
This Mike Honcho thing is not going away anytime soon.
No.
Why would it?
I hope it doesn't.
When we were all at Boomer Jackson, somebody just straight up brought it up. There it is. Yep.
And then, of course, one of the bone collectors at the show was signed by Mike Honcho himself. And that was our buddy Goon.
Yeah.
He was like, I want this Bone Collector signed. I was like, let me get Bobby. He's like, no. I want it signed by Mike Honcho.
Yeah.
I said, okay, let me get Mike. Bobby should just develop this entire alter ego. Mike Honcho.
Yeah, I wish he had one of those pairs of glasses with the nose on it and the mustache. He just like put that on. Like somebody asked for Mike Honcho.
But he has to act like Burt Reynolds from Boogie Nights.
Ooh,
perfect. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good. Yeah, I like that.
Hell yeah. Zakanen says, thank you for the super chat. He says, Jeff W. and I are Dodge Challenger bros. Yeah, you are. And hell yeah, mine is a 1/1 scale Decepticon. That's awesome. Yeah, him and Jeff W. are cruising around in the Dodge Challengers.
Yeah, I had one for a long time, and then I sold it.
Jeff's, I didn't see Zakanen's, but Jeff's is really cool. I've seen that one. All right. Impossible Pie. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to get into a weekly segment. Impossible Pie, thank you. He says, anyone hawk Tua on Mr. Honcho for a bloody bone collector? Not at
Wasn't
the show.
a lot of privacy at the show.
No.
Yeah. But, you know, Jordan and Bobby were alone for a while at the hotel. So maybe there was. Thank you, Impossible Pie. Okay, now, Mikey, I know this is your first time on the show, right?
It is.
Sometimes on Wednesdays, actually all the time on Wednesdays, we like to do a little segment. Do you know the name of that segment, Mikey?
I don't. Coming in completely blind.
All right. Well, the name of that segment is Let Me Show You Something.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
I love him.
So, just, post DFW, I figured we can just go over our entire hauls from the Dallas Fort Worth Toy Show. So, Chad, get the shopping cart that you had full at the hotel, pushing out to your car. Go get all of that stuff and go through it one at a time. It's okay. We got 5-6 hours that we can go through everything. I'm kidding. Pick a few things, Chad.
I was gonna do it.
Do it. Go through everything then.
Let's see your stuff.
Let's see what you got. I mean, because yes, the best part of cons is the people. Meeting people, hanging out, making new friends. The second best part is buying a bunch of shit we don't need, right?
Amen.
Because that's fun.
Amen.
Yes.
Hurrah.
So while Chad gets his booty, Mikey, do you want to start us off? What's some of the cool stuff you picked up?
Yeah. So this show, I kind of went full nostalgia, and by that I mean, Dad and I started with 1/6 scale when I was a kid, and the very first one that I remember picking from a friend of his had a comic shop, and this figure was on the shelf, and I remember picking it up in like 1996, and I tried to find the actual figure at DFW, but I couldn't. But I did get the print from Larry.
Nice.
So that figure of the SAS figure, I got the print for. That was probably the most meaningful thing that I got. But I kind of went a little crazy, and Dad kind of helped me with the 1/6 scale throwback stuff. So Skydiver Action Man. This was pretty awesome when I was a kid. I remember throwing this off my grandparents' house a couple times.
Now
you got that for me.
That American 1990s era Action Man. There was an accompanying cartoon to that, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, there definitely was.
Cool.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, he got me that as a little nostalgia gift. And
cool.
another 1/6 thing was GI Joe's weapon tech.
Yeah,
I got the G36 and one more. So I think there's 9 total, and I just remember this being like peak 1/6 scale stuff when I was a kid. So I finally got one of those.
That's awesome.
And then some the company Dragon that used to do the scale model stuff when I was a kid. They were like the best in the biz for 1/6 stuff. So I got a K98, a Mauser, and a G36, like then and now set.
Very cool.
And
that's from the 90s too?
Like early 2000s.
Okay.
And same with this one. This is their they're British snipers, so it's got the Enfield 303, which is one of the favorite guns that I own. So I saw that and I was like, yeah, that will be mine.
Very cool.
And then I finally pulled the trigger on a Swarm Tracer. Finally got that in person. So
Rad figure.
Now that
he's
first,
up there.
is that your first Action Force or no?
No, I think it's my fourth,
Okay, cool.
fifth.
Now,
Maybe
one
sixth.
thing,
I don't know. It's something like that.
one thing I find weird is that how these companies in the past got all their ideas from Bobby Vallo, like all these weapons packs you just showed. Like,
Yeah,
that's crazy. Because
time travelers. That's the only
Yeah.
that's the only explanation, obviously.
wow, cool. Well, you got some good pickups there, Mikey. Now
I did. I even got a new commish right here. These are Jeff W's.
oh,
This is Bo and Luke Duke, the Migos.
Those are
And
rad.
They're terrifyingly gray. So,
Brains.
Jeff wants me to repaint the heads for him, so more than happy to do that. Such a cool
Cool.
guy.
he is.
Proud owner of an entire line of 1/12 SAS figures. That guy.
Yeah, he cleaned you out.
Yeah, he did.
He
I
did.
saw that.
He-
Yeah.
He did. The only one he doesn't have is a Blades. I may have to convince him to let me make one for him.
That was the first thing I said when I walked up, and I'm like, Mikey, where's Blades? And you're like, yeah. No.
No, you got the one I made up instead. That was you got Breacher instead.
Still cool.
So, yeah, pretty awesome. And then this right here is my the ship I made at the custom. So it's pretty wacky. I mean, 2 hours. That's what we got.
Oh, but that's cool.
And then Dad and I both made one, so we got all the signatures there.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Sega did marker renderings on Sunday of our vehicles, so that was pretty awesome.
Very nice. Nice haul, man. All right, Chad. Let's try to get through this.
Let's
'Cause
see
I
all
know
your
you got-
classified pickups.
Okay. From Scuba Pete.
Yeah.
This was waiting for me. Well, actually, this came just before I left town. So this is from Scuba Pete. This is from Carol O'Connor. Right. So good
Thanks,
old,
Scuba, by the
good
way.
old Action Force. I got this from Justice Curry with the battery cover and the gun tip.
Canadian
What is
artifact
it?
right there.
Right.
What?
Got that from Justice Curry as well.
Nice.
Oh, that's a cool hiss.
Yeah. It's from the Silent Strike set. I got knockoff Megatron.
Dope.
That's cool.
Got him. I got badass Cobra Commander statue, hooded, of course, for your pleasure. All right.
Is that a 118 statue?
No, it's like
Cool.
10 inches.
Yeah.
Brag about it. Why
From
don't you?
Cotswold. I went a little nuts at Cotswold. So did Mython. So did a bunch of other people. But I got the amphibian.
Oh, that's cool.
Got that 118 scale, of course. You know, the Lord scale. Also from Cotswold, and this kind of looks like the Naboo Royal.
That's the Naboo Royal.
Oh, yeah.
ship. It's
Yeah,
all
it's
chromed
that.
out.
Padmes.
It's this the
Padme
Russian
Amidala.
it's the Su-27 Sukhoi.
No,
But this is what it came in.
incorrect. That's
Yeah,
the
that's-
Naboo Royal Starship Cruiser.
It is not.
No, Padme
Well, if-
Amidala.
It's a MiG, so they stole the design from somebody. Obviously, they stole it from Lucasfilm.
From our good
You're a
friend
funny little
Suka.
boy.
Suka sent me a replacement for this Air Force Thunderbolt 2 because the one that I painted, one part of like 25 after I stripped it down, warped. And I tried to like boil it and, 5-pound clamp it to a cutting board. Every trick that I know to straighten it, no. And then when I was like manhandling it, I shattered it. So he sent me a replacement, or he handed me a replacement. So thank you, Suka, for that.
Don't boil it this time. Try air fry it. It's tastier.
Shut up. I got that
Hey,
anti-aircraft
badass.
missile truck.
Yeah.
This thing is big. That's what she said.
That resembles a vehicle that Hasbro didn't make, Chad. Any coincidence to that?
Kind of,
Any
maybe.
coincidence?
I might make use of that. So a large percentage of the stuff is for customs. So that A-10 Thunderbolt 2 is for customs. That truck is for customs. The amphibian, probably for customs. Speaking of customs, I got another F-18 Super Hornet.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be Night Force.
nice.
I'm going to Night Force that because I have another one that's already
Dude, you got so much stuff. How'd you get? Oh yeah, you drove. Never mind.
I drove, yeah, because I'm,
You drove.
I'm smart. Then I got
Wicked smart.
this bitch, the
Mm.
World
Warthog.
Peacekeeper A-10, the
Yeah.
legit A-10.
Legit.
I got one of these for me, and then on Friday, Mython bought an extra from Greg, gave it to me for the channel to give it away for my 5,000 subscribers giveaway, which I'm going to
Cool.
do Saturday since you won't be on. But yeah, so I
Now,
got a couple of
what's-
these.
What's cool about the A10 Warthog is that it's directly inspired by the Hasbro Cobra Rattler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
That's what
heard
the
that.
military got their idea for that.
They did, yeah. They went to
Yeah.
the Hasbro designers and they were
It
like,
did. Yeah.
Can you give us a cool plane? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Bobby
relocate
designed
the GE engines. We'll relocate those.
it.
I don't remember
Yeah.
what's in this.
Now,
Well, we got a
Chad,
black-
those. Go ahead, Ryan.
No. Go ahead, Mikey.
I was going to ask Chad the World Peacekeeper A10s. Do those actually have the GAU Avenger in them, or are they worthless?
No, it has the GIUA.
Okay, that's good because it's not an A10 without that.
Yeah,
It's
it
kinda
does have the
cool.
Avenger 2 in it.
Glorious, wonderful.
I'm straight using a pen to do this because I don't have a knife over here.
I always like when you put your box on screen.
Real
I
quick.
know you like my box.
I do.
VCon, the yes, please email them to me, laserpants81@gmail.com. And that goes for anyone else that wants to send me pictures from DFW. Thank you.
This box.
Yeah,
is
I
pretty
also
good.
took 0 pictures.
I know.
Nothing.
Can you show what that is? Is that your new hair dryer?
Ooh,
No, here it's
one of those perm hoods.
Is that a fire truck?
Is it a Dickfur?
Ah,
That's
Joy
right.
Boy World War
Yeah,
II?
That's cool.
I saw a bunch of those there. Yeah, those are cool. Play School
Excellent.
Police Jeep.
Yeah.
Looks
Are
an
you,
awful
are you
lot.
gonna
Vamp?
make a super cop?
right based on the Vamp. Yep, and Super Cop, and then one of the MRF racers.
Whoa, sweet.
Right. Gonna make a custom out of that.
Ooh,
That's
That's
that Jedi
cool.
shit.
What is that? What is that
Sweet.
spaceship? I mean, that helicopter's awesome.
It's one of those freaking Star Wars little Jedi doodads.
Oh,
is that the
That's
line,
cool.
little Jedi doodads?
Yeah, little Jedi doodad. And then of course,
a hiss.
Sure.
A blue hiss.
yeah, the Hiss 3. If I could only show you what's going on next in here.
Is that helicopter going to be the a custom? What's that show with the helicopter?
Airwolf.
Yeah, there you go, Airwolf.
This is my entire case of bone collectors.
And
Sure, you don't want to see every one of them come out of the box, do you?
no,
But you know what I do have to say? And I don't think this gets enough credit. These bags are some of the best freaking bags that you will ever get at a con. They're amazing bags. So,
and you'll never lose them because they're highlighter green.
yep. Oh, and then for Jay Bartlett, I got him. Mikey was there because I got these off Jeff Butler. But I got 3 of the carded Street Fighter Joes for Jay Bartlett.
That's awesome.
Uh,
You know, every time
forgot
I
they
think
made
you're
an
done,
action figure of me.
Every time I think you're done, more stuff comes out. But that's cool. I love this.
I got one more.
That's what she
One
said.
more. That is what she said. I got one more.
Oh.
As my cat is lying over here on the floor, just looking at me like,
Mm-hmm. Feed me.
she's like, I'm over here starving and you're buying dollies. This was from Masterson. He gave this to me at the swap just as we were getting ready to go to dinner, Ryan. And
Okay.
this is a retirement gift
Wow.
from Masterson.
Wow.
And it was one of those things that didn't hit me until way later that night, just because everything that was going on, you know, the family stuff and all the go. And
Sure. Oh, that's cool.
gun
What's your name,
safe.
dude?
That's a gun safe?
It's a gun safe.
Nice.
Look at that.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's beautiful,
It's a handsome
right?
box.
So, yeah. So that's pretty much everything. Oh wait, I got one more thing, but I'll show it later. I got to dig it out.
Yeah, I want to show you what what Master Son got me. Check this out. You want to see?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
you, Master Son.
no.
Bum, 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 bum.
Of course, I didn't retire, so it's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's true.
Chad, is it my turn now? We're only 45 minutes into the show.
You said get it all.
I did, and it was worth it because that was awesome.
Thank you.
I got a lot of like fan-made stuff,
Nice.
including this drawing from Not Top Goon,
Yes.
which is completely silly and amazing. So
It's awesome.
that is a horde of potatoes, floating potatoes with my head on them, flying through the city, shooting lasers at innocent civilians, while Jeremy Jernigan is in the front there, right here. That's Jeremy. He's running away in fear because the potato monster is going to shoot him with lasers, and he's very frightened right now.
I love it. It's almost like it's like a swarm of Sentinel Ryan potatoes.
I mean, I legit love this.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a masterpiece. Especially the part with Jeremy Jernigan scared out of his mind right here.
Yeah.
Running away from the floating potato heads. So thank you. Thank you, Goon. We got to meet Blake Tarpley. Right? Very nice guy, very tall. He made something for me, which he referred to as the So Diddy Disco Deluxe Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, that one.
Which is right here.
Yeah.
So he made this. He made the molds himself. The torso is a translucent glitter, with the limbs being a very fluorescent orange with some silver paint on there. The So Diddy Disco Deluxe Boba Fett, which is very cool. Thank you very much, Blake Tarpley. From Mython, the Python, he gave me a trading card. That's not the right trading card. Where's the other trading card? See, I put everything on my desk and now stuff is disappearing. He gave me a trading card and a sticker, which I have misplaced. I am sorry. Oh, here it is. It's in this bag. So Mython is a member of the 501st. So that is him as a TIE fighter pilot on the trading card, which is very cool. There he is on the back. Chad's making faces.
No, because Mikey came back and his freaking lights in his face. And
Oh.
had to push it out of
The
the way.
sun was too close. I had to push it away.
I also got a ton of stickers from you, Chad.
Yeah, buddy.
J Creations New York. Mython the Python. The Ma'am. Oh, Suka made these.
Yeah.
Says mess with the nest, get the swarm.
I got a couple of those too. Yeah.
So that's awesome. I'm trying to get all the stuff that was made. I got a very nice letter from Vishay and Samantha.
Yes, same. I'm sorry I didn't show mine. But
It was a total tearjerker, along with Dr. Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters, which is funny because I've never.
Your
it's funny
favorite movie.
I haven't seen it, but that's from them. So thank you guys. Let's see here. Oh, they also gave me the Articulated Fight Club challenge coin there that they made. The Fellowship of the Dollies DFW 2024 exclusive patch.
Incredible
right there.
patch.
It's a badass patch. Let's see here. I got. Yes, here it is. Also from Vishay and Samantha. So they gave me a big gift box at dinner on Thursday night, the night we all got there. They had this custom made, which frightened my family when they came. When they came home, and I had this laid out. Here it is. Look at that. Look at that blanket. That's a blanket with me as Spider-Man. And on the bottom, it has my name.
How much of you fits under that blanket, really?
I mean,
that's a child's blanket.
No, look, it's good
Oh,
size.
that's not so bad. That's not so bad.
See, look at that. Okay, so I got that. Thank you guys. The blanket's amazing. Okay, now this next thing that I want to show, I'm not going to say who gave it to me because they asked not to be identified. Not that it's illegal. They just don't want to. They don't want their inbox blown up.
Legal.
A little bag of cocaine.
Yeah. But it's so cool.
Yayo.
It's so cool. I got to show it. I'm not going to say who it's from. But it is a 1/12 scale potato gun with a potato right there. You can shoot out, including, let me open this up. There's so much here. Including this little tripod stand right there. You can mount it right there. On the side, it says, "Get mashed." So thank you. You know who you are. Also some other stuff for my vamp. And possibly the coolest thing that this anonymous person made was this. And it might be hard to read, but I'll read it to you. It says Viper Island content effect piece. And you can guess what that is in that baggie. Yeah.
I was just gonna facetiously say that looked like crap, and well, I guess that would have been accurate.
That's right. Okay. Now, after I believe Sunday's show, we were in the lobby and David Kunitz came walking through, and he had a couple of vacuum form pieces that he was signing, and he had 2 extras that he didn't sell at the show. He gave one to Bobby and he gave one to me. Right there. You can see his signature. Very cool. Thank you very much, David. Since I know you're a big fan and you're definitely watching this. Thank you. Now, this is cool. This is something I bought for myself. Oh, wait, real quick. So Thursday, our friend Jeff W., he goes out on a hunt because no one else is there yet. I think this is early Thursday morning. Anyway, he finds the red Chun-Li, which he knows I was looking for. And I do have one on the way from Renato, but I collect doubles. And so he found a bunch of these, and he offered one to me, and I took him up on that offer. So thank you, Jeff W., for the Player 2 Chun-Li. I'm happy to have that.
What a guy.
Such a nice guy. Now, this one is a little out of my wheelhouse. However, it's something that I had as a kid. And as me and Chad were walking through, I saw it pinned to like a pegboard. And there was all these toys, all these Joes pinned to a pegboard. And this one stood out to me. And the reason why is because in 6th grade, for a Greek history project, I made a diorama of the Parthenon. I made it out of like paper mache and some plastic pieces. And inside the Parthenon is the statue of a Greek goddess. And I think it's Zeus's right hand, Hera. Is it Hera? Maybe Aphrodite or Artemis. I don't remember who. Huh? Athena? Maybe it's Athena. I needed something to represent Athena or whatever goddess. Yes, thank you, Eric. He puts in the chat Athena. And so I grabbed one of my GI Joes, and this was Athena in my Parthenon. And so when I saw it sitting there on that pegboard, I had to get it. It was only $15, but it is the Flak Viper, the 1992 GI Joe Flak Viper, and it was complete. Yeah. I got his, his ridiculously huge rocket launching jetpack right there, and also his ridiculously oversized rifle. But this just struck, I guess, that nostalgia within me, and I'm like, oh man, that was so cool. I love that toy. I used it in a school project, so I bought it for $15. So now I have, I have a small little collection of 3 3/4 Joes now, thanks to some friends like Sal, who bought me a few last year, and a couple that I picked up myself, and also some Action Force from Dragon Reborn. So I am acquiring a small 3 3/4 Joe and Action Force collection. Thank you guys. Did you guys meet Roll Keeper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll Keeper was there. He gave me this Secret Service pin.
Oh, very
Yep.
cool.
He gave me one too. I put it on my bag.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's not going to show up on camera because it's too small, but it is really, really cool. Thank you, Roll Keeper. Now, for myself, I also bought another Legend of the White Dragon 2-pack, which I couldn't fit the whole box in my bag, so I had to throw the box out, bring it home loose. Oh, yeah. Jeff W., thanks. He found me a couple Gene Stealers. I don't need any more Gene Stealers. Now I have 4, thanks to Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Also had to take these out of the box so they fit in my luggage. I got the Zolocon exclusive ghillie suit from Valverse, from Bobby. Thank you. I picked up myself an extra Jubilee, Marvel Legends Jubilee for customs.
Nice.
Let's see here. Now, nothing as good as what Mikey here makes, okay? I'm not that talented, but I'll make a decent custom out of Jubilee. Let's see here. Oh, and then was it Cotswold Collectibles? That's the one. That's the big one in the front.
Yeah, Greg.
So at the Valaverse booth, me and Jordan were talking about Mezcos, and he mentioned he had seen the Firefly, the Mezco Firefly, like 5 reviews. Everyone was loving it. Everyone's saying it's the best of the Mezco Joes. Cotswold had like 5 of them, so I got one. Have not opened it yet. I'll make up my own mind whether it's good or not. But so far, most of the Joes have been good, except for the only one I didn't like from Mezco was Destro. And I seem to be alone on that one for whatever reason. Maybe I got a bad one. But I did get that. And of course, last but not least, the DFW GI Joe Show exclusive Bone Collector version 2. Chad, are you checking yours right now for a bloody one?
I am. Yes, I'm checking them all.
Now, guess who else did that? Master Son 42.
He got one?
He didn't get a bloody one, but he was trying to. He's a gambler.
Oh.
Okay.
Speaking of which, he just commented in the chat. Look at Chad loving 6-inch figures now.
Oh yeah, he loves them. So Master Son, I think this is on Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday. He comes up and he wants to buy another Bone Collector. I say, okay. He says, here's the deal. If it's not the bloody version, give it away on your channel. I said, okay. It wasn't the bloody version.
It was?
So it wasn't.
Oh.
It was not the bloody version. So I have a Bone Collector to give away. I'm not going to give it away tonight. I don't have it set up. I don't have it ready to go. But then he said, let me get one more. I'm going to try it one more time. If it's not the bloody version, give it away on your channel. I said, okay, fine. So I hand him my knife. He cuts the tape, pops it open, pulls it out. And guess what? not the bloody version. So I have 2 DFW GI Joe Show exclusive bone collectors to give away on this channel at some point, probably next week, not tonight. I don't have it set up and ready to go.
I think he and I might have the same look.
How many have you gotten through?
I only have 3 left of the whole case.
All right. Keep going.
Second to last one will be a bloody.
I'm going.
Hopefully.
I did want to say that
Yes.
I also got the same wonderful letters from Vishay and Samantha that you did, but they also gifted us these little Lego figures, and it is me.
Oh, that's right.
Did you get one too?
Yes, go ahead.
Mandy, the ma'am, and then so they're like, if you look at them, they're cool little Lego people, Lego soldiers. And then they made one of Callie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dog in a vest. Yeah, how rad is that?
Yeah,
I
I
love
forgot.
these.
It got lost in the sea of stuff on my table.
Yeah.
But yes, they also did a Spider-Man one for me. They picked the hair because of my hair, I guess. That's what they said. So
And
that's
then,
cool.
Look
Good.
at this.
What is
It's a
that?
G.I. Joe Action Star cereal.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Is
the
there a
little box of
Starduster
cereal.
inside?
No, but it's the legit box, like everything about it, and it's 6-inch scale, and
Awesome.
then a boxed
Oh.
USS flag. How
Now
cool
that's got to
is
be
that?
closer to that's closer to 1/18 scale. Because that box was huge.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Huge box.
And then I want to say Jeff W. gave me this. This is the G.I. Joe card game. It's kind of like Uno.
Okay.
And there's 2 packs of cards in here. One of the packs is still sealed, and the instructions are in it. I want to say Jeff W. gave me that. And then I was gifted this G.I. Joe mural puzzle
That's
by
cool.
one of the guys, and he put the whole puzzle together and then took it apart and gave it to me. So I thought
Right
that
on.
was pretty rad. Oh, and I got a badger.
You got that at the show too?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple other things. Oh, remember, I also got the last Stan Solo Desert Rat.
You did get the last one. Yeah.
Got the last one, yeah, because I was like, yeah, I might as well get another,
One of many things that sold out at the Valiverse booth that weekend.
Yep.
I mean, Bobby had 3 pallets shipped, and he shipped back like 2 half-size pallets. It was crazy. Like, we were sold out of almost everything.
But that's good.
Now I got to back up a little bit because I did forget about the potato keychain from
That goes with this?
yes,
Yeah.
from Vishay and Samantha.
Mm-hmm.
And also this awesome, and I think this is a real U.S. Mint coin. I think it sure does look and feel like it, but it is a Spider-Man silver dollar
That's rad.
right there. Yeah, it's really cool. Thank you guys. I think that's everything. I think that's got to be everything.
Ma'am got this.
If I forgot anything, I'm sorry. My desk is a mess right now.
Ma'am got that from Ron Rudat.
Yeah, buddy.
Very cool.
And then we can't leave these out. Mikey, with your bullshit. See what Mikey did to Destro's face?
Put a mustache on him.
Yeah, and a freaking soul patch.
Nice.
He's so
Yeah.
fancy now.
He's so fancy.
I didn't know we could deface it. I would have drawn something really inappropriate. on
You
it.
kept
couldn't, I
asking,
did.
How come nobody took my silver Sharpie and tagged over Baroness's crotch?
Ugh.
Like, no one wrote anything on the Baroness.
Oh, I see mine right at the very top middle.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's great. That
Yep.
looks awesome. That's
Yeah,
the best
so-
signature.
I got both of them signed by everyone and anyone I could, because that's just kind of what I do. And these are all George Vega. And so this was the poster for this show specifically. And then I got that one because I just wanted two. I wanted as many people to sign everything that they could, and then they'll get framed and they'll go on the wall in the game room like the rest.
That's gonna look great, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna look
And every
awesome.
time I go in my game room, I got
See
that memory right there.
mustache.
Huh?
Every time you go in there, you'll see Destro's mustache.
Turn that one around.
Okay. So one more thing. Now, I did not get this at the DFW GI Joe show, but did either of you check our banned toys show, which was like 2 weeks ago now on the 3POA? Tony came back. We talked about banned toys.
Yep.
Right. Well, there was one that I thought was really cool, and I really wanted it. It was this tiny crossbow that shot toothpicks, and it was banned in China because it put a kid's eye out, literally. Like, you can shoot this freaking little toy crossbow, shoot these wooden toothpicks out, and it would like sink into someone's skin. Took a kid's eye out. It was like they had him pegged in this apple, it was going in deep into this apple. So anyway, I got one. They still make them. I found one online. Yeah. These freaking badass toothpick crossbows. Oh, jeez.
That would have been fucking terrible if that would have ricocheted right into your eye.
Right into my stupid face. That would have been great. But yeah, I got one.
Stuck right in the potato.
I mean, this is legit.
That's really cool.
Where's my cat? No, I'm kidding. I would never do that.
It's terrible. That was a joke. That was a joke.
It was totally a joke. We have a ton of chats here. I want to get to it real quick. Hey, you remember Thursday night, Chad? We all
Yes.
went out to dinner as a group.
Remember?
Hey, he gave you so much shit. I was like, he's gonna peg him behind the head with one of those boxes. That's how we are. Hey, he's from New Jersey. I was really upset. You guys play hockey? You guys didn't notice my comment. He'll be used to that.
You're live on 3PO. What's going on? Rock on. No, I'm just getting some I'm just getting some B-roll. You guys mind being on B-roll?
Yeah. The next video we have coming out in 4 weeks.
It's a video.
That's what I was like. Yeah, I know it's there. Well, first stream it. Everybody turn on statues. It's really good. It's cool. It's such that.
That's how the week started. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
I got a bunch of little clips like that. But yeah, I mean, Eric Alfred Abel was there. He also brought his Marine, his daughter. A couple days later, we got to see her again.
Yep.
But that was Jeff W. saying rock on. Of course, Jordan, the behind the scenes guy. He was our booth babe, Jordan.
Yep. Straight up.
Yeah, it was a good time. Vishay and Samantha, of course, and Suka. Good times. All right. I don't have much else planned, but we have a ton of chats here. Like, for instance, Roll Keeper. What's up, Roll Keeper? Thanks for the Secret Service pin. It's freaking rad. He says, had a great time meeting everyone at DFW. That was the best part. V. Conley, thanks for the super chat, man. I know it's been forever since he sent this, but thank you very much, man. He said, this con was the definition of what it means to have a great time with friends and family. The toys were cool, but getting to hang out and meet so many of you all is what it's all about. Here's to the next one.
Yep.
I got to spend my last day, Monday, with V. Conley and Samantha at the hotel. We went out to breakfast at this great pancake place. It was awesome. And we just talked about the hobby. We talked about all kinds of stuff. Really good people. Vishay, Samantha, thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys were the last faces that I saw before.
That's right. Yeah, before you took off with your giant cart of toys.
Yeah.
Dry humped at the lobby. You're like, look at this, guys.
I did, yeah. Well, I was trying to get the ma'am's attention. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, when I start gyrating and she's like, what?
Whoa.
What? Yeah.
CubeTube, our buddy Quentin, thank you so much, man. He says, yeah, I barely saw Ryan. He was signing teats the whole time. which would have been cool, but they were man teats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's not wrong.
The gesture is the same though, you know.
Yes.
I only saw Quentin twice.
Yeah. I saw him quite a few times. He stopped by and he got a bunch of, on the last day, he bought a bunch of bone collectors for some of his friends that weren't able to make it. And he had Bobby sign them all. He had me sign one. I don't know why, but I was happy to. I did not draw a dick on the bone collector.
Missed opportunity.
Collect to Disconnect brought over his Infinity Gauntlet, the Hasbro one that Bobby designed. And I think that's one of the toys he made that won an award.
Yep.
So it was very special to him to have Bobby sign it. Then he asked me to sign it. And then he said, and draw a dick on it. And I was like, oh, okay. And Bobby's like, go ahead, draw a dick on it, you know. It's like, So I signed it. And I looked at him, I said, I can't do it, man. I can't draw a dick on your Infinity Gauntlet. He goes, that's okay. I don't know. It feels kind of dumb. I did it on M. Vargo's and his wife's Valorous bag, the green bag that you showed.
Yeah, from last year.
I did draw a nice big wiener on that last year, but that's just a bag.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to face the Infinity Gauntlet. You know,
unless he could draw it on the palm, then you know.
Bobby made some comment about I can't draw anyways, and I was really offended by that.
Drawing dicks is a skill. I mean, let's just call it out for what it is. Otherwise, you don't know what it is. Like
big, veiny, triumphant.
Yeah. I literally, before we left, I had a friend message me and asked if I would draw one as Mr. T. And in the next 5 minutes, I whipped that project out pretty quick. Rubbed it out real fast.
Oh.
Oh. Thank you, Quentin. Keys Collects, thanks for the super chat. Y'all had the Valorous booth moving. Great show. Thank you, man. It was good meeting you too.
It was moving like a Chick-fil-A line too. I mean, it was efficient.
Yep.
Sure, yeah, so this was like the fourth or let's see. It was at least the fourth con where me, Bobby, and Jordan were running the booth, and we just had a system down, and it just flowed. It went really, really good.
I kept looking down that hallway, and I'm like, oh, new faces.
Yeah, I mean they had a special roped off section that went out the door through the lobby. It snaked through the lobby and then out the front door outside, which was like 190 degrees last weekend. Is that right? Like 190?
It was close to 100.
It felt like it.
Yeah, it was like 416 degrees at least.
Yeah, Kelvin. Texas is hot, but I liked it.
Just people standing in line, melting away like a Sarah Connor, like Vision.
T2. They were just like a stain on the brick wall outside.
Yeah, they're just Hiroshima shadows. That's terrible.
Oh man, he went there. Is it too soon? It's only been 80 years.
Nah, yeah. I think it'll slide.
Okay. Suka, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Yeah, it was great hanging out with you. He says Mikey's customs are the greatest customs in the history of customs, maybe ever. His customs are hugely good, bigly good. So, you know what, Mikey? I think he wants you to read this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go.
Mikey's customs, greatest customs in the history of customs, maybe ever. His customs, usually good, bigly good, so good. The deep state toy corporations can't stop the greatness.
Oh, that was excellent.
Thanks, sir.
Very good. Thank you, Donald. And thank you,
Suka.
There's
a shitload of people here that have never seen Mikey do that are like,
terrific super chat, just terrific.
It's so good. Lyle Convoy is here. Another person I got to meet face to face. We had a nice conversation in the lobby. Really good guy.
Looks like
by the way,
opportunity.
By the way, Lyle, strongest grip. When I shook his hand, like I shook a lot of hands that weekend.
Oh,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I felt like, I don't have a chance here. Like this is, it was like a bear paw, man. Yeah, Lyle, very strong. Don't mess with that guy. He says, when are we going to fight, Ryan? We're not going to fight. Okay. I don't even want to high five you friendly style because you probably crush me.
Action Force got you pushing too many pencils.
Yes.
Ooh,
that's right.
Predator reference.
You got
Love
it.
it. I thought it
Oh,
was funny that when Lyle was standing there and I kind of walked behind your table and we all kind of bantered for a second, and then he was like, what did he say? He's like, he asked some random question, and you were like, oh, that's Chad, and you're like, that's Lyle, and we were both like, oh, okay, got it, ding, cool, right on.
Well,
Nice to finally meet you.
I walked past, so you know, they had the like the mixer room
Mhm.
there at the hotel where the mixer was.
Yep.
So I was walking out of there, and I walked past Lyle, in like the little seating area outside that door. I didn't know who he was, so I walked past him, and I'm going, and then I hear this voice behind me.
Yep.
And I forget what he said, but I was like you know that voice immediately. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's Lyle Convoy. I turn around, Thomas. He's standing right there. We talked about all kinds of stuff.
I didn't put it together when he was standing there with you and I walked up, and then as I was looking down, I think I was getting out stickers for you guys,
Yeah.
and I heard him talking without looking at him, and I was like,
Right.
that's the voice right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw him at the show the next day, and he was buying a bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff and some Action Force. So we got to talk to him a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully we're not going to fight Lyle. Thanks for the super chat. We got Patrick here. Thank you for the $2 super chat. No message, but I do appreciate that. Lou Caruso became a channel member. Thank you very much, sir. Kevzilla67, thank you for the super chat. He says, howdy to you three awesome gents. Happy to know y'all had a great time at DFW, but happier to see that y'all made it back home safely. Yes, indeed.
That's what counts.
Yep. Thank you, Kevzilla. Let's see here. Zakanen, holy crap, bought 5 gifted 3 POA
Look out,
podcast
y'all.
memberships. He did this a while ago, like 45 minutes ago. And I didn't see who got him, but Zakanen, thank you so much, dude. That's awesome, man.
Great dude.
Hopefully, we see him again at a con. If not DFW, another one. It's Jay Gonzo. What's up, Gonzo? Gonzo became a channel member. Another guy that we got to meet this weekend.
Yeah. Really cool guy.
Super cool guy.
Yep.
He gave me his Girl Scout cookies. So, you know, they had Girl Scout cookies out in the lobby.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about it. I didn't know they were out there. And I was like, oh, really? They got
Yeah.
Samoas?
Yeah. For the charity for that,
Right.
that fallen lieutenant. Yeah.
So I asked him, I said, they got Samoas out there? He's like, no, they're all out. He's like, I got the last one. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, no big deal. He went out to his car. He got the Samoas and he brought them back in and gave them to me. And I was like, no, you don't got to give me these cookies. Look at me. I don't need cookies. And Gonzo's like, I insist. So thank you very much, Gonzo, for the Samoa Girl Scout cookies. They are the best cookies that the Girl Scouts make.
Warm Samoas, no less.
Yeah. Gooey. Gooey. But
It's been in my pocket for hours.
Yeah. Oh, here, let me give you some pocket M&Ms to go with it.
Nice room temperature.
It's that kind of stuff. Like that is the stuff that we all like foster and encourage and embrace and support, is that it's not about like, give me my dollies and get out of my way. It's about, fuck, I hate using the word, right? But it's about that sense of community.
Oh,
There, I said it. I said it. But you know, you give somebody your cookies. That's like the translation of the shirt off your back. Like, oh, you can have my cookies. It's cool.
I mean, I guess things are getting pretty serious.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Gave me his cookies.
just because it's been pretty serious.
Let me give you my cookie, Ryan.
No,
Ooh, break off a
Keep
piece
it.
of his cookie.
I don't want that snickerdoodle.
It's gooey.
Ooh.
Yesterland Toys, Neil. He says, gotta hit the sack, gents. Early start tomorrow. Love you all. Miss you all. See you at the next one. I got to meet Neil there for the first time when he got out. So he's actually, I think, the second person or third person I saw there the day I arrived. He was getting out of the car as I'm walking out the hotel door. And I said, I saw Neil and I go, Python the Python. And he goes, no, I'm Yesterland Toys. I'm like, oh God, I knew that. But they are very much twinsies, right? So
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
that was
actually a
kinda-
shot. He did a couple of videos on his YouTube channel about, the preview night, which is Friday, and then day
Yes.
1, technically day 2, which is Saturday. And he did a couple of videos, and you can see in his video the first time I actually see Neil face to face, he's like this with a camera.
Yeah.
But I can see him, and you just see me like, "Huh," and I just like run at him. He left it in there, but yeah, it was cool to see Neil.
Yeah, he put up a couple videos of the show, as well as Just Jeff did. He put up a video. Ed209. Bunch of guys have good videos up on YouTube that everyone should check out.
Yeah, I'll
just
have
search.
mine on Monday. Shameless plug.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have mine up by Saturday. Which actually my video is not at the show. It's something that happened outside of the show, it was pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see here. We got Curse of Fenrir. What's up, man? Thanks for being a member for 9 months. It's 2-hour chat and the Dude Bros completing the 3 POA.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, sir. We got Master Son 42. Thank you for the super chat. He says, remember when Ryan said he was going to walk from the hotel to the show in Texas heat and humidity? Yeah, his pale ass didn't try it.
Smart.
We did a lot of walking outside, especially on Sunday.
He's always so aggressive.
I don't know why. He's always
For
so
an
mad.
Air Force guy, he needs to like bring it down to like a 3.
Yeah. Yeah, dial it back there. Okay. You're basically in the Flying Coast Guard. Okay. Oh, got him. Call me pale again. It's true. I am very pale. Let's see here. We got a super chat from Wraith1701. Thank you very much for the super chat. He says, who is the horned figure in the thumbnail? Really? That's the Bone Collector version 2, the DFW Valaverse exclusive.
Mr. Hondo.
This will be on their website probably late this year, early next year, after this con circuit is over. Come to Terrificon, come to Joe Lana, come to Rhode Island Comic Con. He also has a con this coming weekend. I forget what. No, 2 weeks. Not this weekend. Next weekend, July 5th. I forget which show that is. It's like a small local show, but you can get the exclusives in person until late this year, early next year, when the remainder will go up on the website. There it is. Thank you for the super chat, guys. Any final thoughts on the DFW GI Joe show in Dallas, Texas?
It was
I
great time.
I had a blast. I loved seeing all the people. I appreciated the fact that I know some of us were talking about it, Ryan, like you, me, Bobby, and the guys, we were all kind of discussing the fact that the event and the hotel were separated. I kind of appreciated that because I enjoyed the separation this year, maybe because of all the stuff that was going on with me, behind the scenes, but I liked that it was a little more calm and it was more about the hobby and the history, especially having, Kirk Bazigian, all of those guys there. And it wasn't so much about like the frat boy shit that goes on at Joe Fest. And so I enjoyed getting kind of a break from that.
Yep.
But man, I had a blast.
Me too.
I know I was all over the place and I was very torn about what was going on, and emotionally I was all over the place, but I still loved it.
You held it together really well, man. And it was great hanging out with you again.
Yeah, it was good to see all you guys again.
You hugged me a lot.
Yeah, of course.
It wasn't awkward at all.
No, not even a little.
Mikey, does Donald want to say anything? Final thoughts about DFW? I heard Donald was there.
Oh, he was
gave
there.
his final thoughts. Yeah, Chad got his final thoughts on video, I think, in the lobby. He seemed pretty thrilled with the turnout and the Federation of Dollies. I don't think he expected that,
Master Son 42 says, I will get you Ryan. What will you get me? Just don't get me a puppy. Okay, I'm allergic.
Will you get me some gooey Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah, that were in the car in the Texas heat. That's the best kind.
They're like fresh baked.
Stink
fresh
palm.
baked Samoas. Oh, would you like a chocolate covered pretzel? That's what'll get you.
Say.
Gross. Yeah. All right. So I know that wasn't like the most comprehensive look back, but cut me some slack, man. I came back and went right back to work. Didn't have a lot of time. I forgot to take pictures again. I have like no pictures of like Joe Fest from last year. I have no pictures from this year. So
but you remember it. You know what I mean?
From the best of my memory, yes, I do. And
We get wrapped up in the moments. We're not thinking about pulling our. I'm glad other people do, but I don't. I get so involved in what's happening. I just completely
Exactly.
space.
I was
on
going to live
capturing the
stream
memory.
from the floor, and
Me
then
too.
with everything that was going on, I was like, no.
I wanted to live stream from the floor, but I could have done it on Sunday, but I just kind of forgot. But Saturday, Friday, forget about it. I was not leaving that booth. But like I said, I got a really cool video going up from Texas. That's by Saturday. I'll have it up.
Sweet.
Yes. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry, no member stream tonight. But I will make it up to you guys. Mikey, thanks for coming on the show for the first time. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, dude. It's a good time.
Link to your channels in the description below. I know you haven't uploaded in a while, but maybe you got something you're working on, or
Yeah. I've got several projects that are coming, and I have lots of footage that I just need to find time to edit to put on the YouTube channel.
it's all about finding time, man. Yeah.
It's hard when you're doing the customs and then you got to spend the same, even more time to do the editing.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yep.
Filming customs is its own skill. It's its own challenge. 100%.
Chad,
Yeah.
you're retired and you have a lot of time. Me and Mike, we have our 9 to 5, so don't want to hear it from you, sir. Okay.
Look, I had to come home from DFW and I had to go right to work doing nothing. It was hard.
Poor man.
Hey, what else? Chad picked up at DFW GI JOE Show. Did you see it?
What?
Oh, Chad didn't show this, but I'll show you what Chad got. You want to see?
Is it a hickey?
Got him. Good night,
that doll
everybody.
have a wiener?
The doll had a wiener.
My
Good night,
word.
everybody.